this short how-to video on how to configure Chemi settings in GeneSys image capture software, you'll be shown how to 1. Configure Chemi settings, 2. Configure Chemi single settings, and 3. Configure Chemi series settings. To access the Chemi settings, select the settings icon from the home page. Then from the row of icons at the top, select Chemi General Settings. Chemi General Settings, choose to show all the Chemi buttons in the home screen. There are currently 4 different ways of capturing a chemirescent image: Chemi Rapid, Chemi Single Image, Chemi Series, and Signal Accumulation Capture. Select to show your favourite Chemi operation in the home screen. Use the drop-down menus to select your favourite for single Chemi and multiple Chemi images. Select to show the change screen in the main screen. This allows you to easily switch between the different Chemi modes. For example, if you have selected Chemi Rapid, on the top right hand side, a button will be available to change screen to Chemi Single Image Capture using the drop-down menu. You can check the box to automatically invert Chemi images by default. Also select to enable capture with timing for Chemi Series and SAC. This allows you to pick the optimal image from the series to capture as a single image using that image's imaging conditions. Auto Capture Default, select to use the white light for Chemi sample positioning. This will turn on the upper white lights. Hide Chemi Run to Completion. Some users may wish to keep capturing the Chemi image until the signal can no longer be detected. Uncheck this box if you would like to use this feature. Chemi Single settings are split into 2 sections, the Chemi Rapid and the Chemi Single settings. For Chemi Rapid settings, you can use the slider bar to adjust the exposure time. Choose between Min, Average and Max. Min is using more binning and will result in loss of resolution, but you will have a faster capture. Max is no binning and full resolution, but it will result in a longer capture. Select to capture a visible marker or a colour marker if you have the appropriate filters installed. You can configure your preferred choices by selecting to set generic dye by default or to set dye automatically by default. Use the drop-down menu to select your Chemi reagent from the list. Chemi Single settings, select to capture a visible or a colour marker and to select whether to show generic dye by default or to set automatically by default using the drop-down menu. Chemi Series settings are split into 2 sections, Chemi Series settings and the Signal Accumulation Calculator settings. Chemi Series settings, select whether to capture a visible or colour marker. Set the generic dye or use the drop-down menu to select preferred choice of reagent. Select Allow Binning by default and use the drop-down menu to select binning level. Binning will increase sensitivity but will reduce resolution. Set default exposure times or use the same exposure time for all images. Select the number of images you wish to capture and whether you would like to add the contents of the previous image. This will add each captured image to the previous image, improving the signal to noise ratio. Signal Accumulation Calculator settings. Select image of visible or a colour marker and select a generic default dye or choose a Chemi reagent from the drop-down list. Select Allow Binning by default and choose the binning level from the drop-down menu. Binning will increase sensitivity but will reduce resolution. Select the default capture times for the first and the last images and the number of images you wish to capture. Remember to save any changes you have made to the settings using the save icon.